My voice still ain't fully back yet. What's up, Landon? What's up, Omega? What's up, Neo? What's up, Kami? Let's wait for more of you guys to show up before we start this stream. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure as well. What's up, Rudy? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Vinzinger? Let me see. All right, you hear me? Cool. Let's wait for enough of you guys to come in. Yeah, so this stream we just want to just talk a little bit of gaming and also talk about my pre-order campaign that went live yesterday for Venus Orion Comics and everything. So to inform you guys, especially if you're new here and interested in supporting Venus Orion Comics in the first comic book VK and everything. So we'll be doing all that. What's up, Raph? Any New Year's resolutions? I don't know. I don't really do New Year's resolutions. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I never wait for the New Year to say, new me, new life and stuff like that. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it. Do you have any though? 1 second, guys. Let me see. You talking about Terminator? You talking about the anime that you talking about? I'm gonna talk about some of that stuff. Because I know I'm a buckle down and try to learn Blender. That's good. Great trailer for your comics. Oh, I appreciate it, Junk. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. I seen it when it first launched, when it first dropped. I won't go into detail because that's one of my actual first anime reviews. That's going to be on the channel. I'll be working on the anime review for Terminator Zero, the anime. So I'm not going to give you what my initial thoughts is. You want to just wait for the review to go up. I have to get all the footage that I'm going to use, and then I got to write the script for it and stuff. But yeah, I saw it. I saw it soon. It dropped last year on Netflix. Yo, what's up, Cameron? Someone to ask if you're a big fan of battle royale and fighting tournament fiction because I noticed Venus Ryan Comics has the battle royale comic. Yes. My battle royale comic is Siona, the Die Star champion Siona. That's like a battle royale. Of course, it's a lot of stories involved with it, but that is a battle royale. It's gonna be a lot of champions. Like I said, they're gonna be shot down on planet Earth and everything, and they'll be scattered all around and stuff, and they have to battle it out to become the champion, the winner of the tournament. So yes, I guess you say there was 2 battle royale movies that I enjoyed. The first battle royale movie I've ever seen was this movie called Condemned. What's it called? Condemned. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin. That movie was good. Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was a bunch of other people, and they were all sent to this island, and they all had to fight each other and stuff. And then that's when my brother introduced me to the Japanese movie called Battle Royale, and that was really, really good. That was a really, really good movie. So those were like the 2 battle royale movies I've seen. Then, as far as anime is concerned, the battle royale I seen was called Kaboom or Batum, or it. It was good, but they discontinued it. They never did another season. They never finished the story. But Batum, I think it's called Batum. That was a good battle royale anime, and it sucked that they never finished it. I wanted to see that see how it concluded and everything. Let me see. What's up, Strato? So people have predicted the last console generation for 4 generations now, also end of physical media. Same old. It's going to happen at some point. And it's going to happen at some point, especially may happen faster the way Xbox is going, and Sony's going to follow suit, especially if Xbox get a hold on it. Yeah, digital media is going. Physical media is going. I mean, we already have was it Best Buy? And we already have Walmart starting to get rid of their. I know Best Buy for sure. Like especially where I'm at, they got rid of all their physical media. Like they got rid of their category for games and like movies and stuff like that. So it's happening. It's happening. Is that nice? My favorite battle royale story is Kamen Rider Ryuki. Yeah, Ryuki. I think my brother seen that one too. I'm just chilling, man. Just been busy, man. Just trying to sort out everything with the campaign and constantly update, all the platforms and stuff like that while trying to create YouTube content, while trying to work on my 3D hentai for my 3D hentai community and stuff like that. It's just so much shit going on that I'm trying to keep up with. It's a lot. What are your thoughts on the concept gameplay of the new Virtual Fighter? Well, they actually showed gameplay of Virtual Fighter when they first revealed it, but that video that that video that I shared on my X page, matter of fact, let me go to it real quick. Yeah, this footage right here. Yeah, this is just a pre-render. It's just to show the engine. This is not real gameplay. And it's not going to play like this. We already seen what it looked like. We already seen how the game is going to play. It still plays like a Virtual Fighter game. This is just showing you that there's just the graphics engine itself and everything. And it looks promising. It really does. But we're going to talk. We're going to have a stream. I don't know what day, but we're going to have a stream that we're going to talk about fighting games. More specifically, I want to talk about Dead or Alive and a potential Dead or Alive 7 or a reboot or whatever like that. And I do want to talk about Virtual Fighter and the current state of Tekken and Street Fighter. Is it Street Fighter 6 and stuff like that? So we definitely go deep into that in one of these streams. I'm going to post my character soon too. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that, bro. Definitely keep me in the loop with that. Xbox is dead anyway. Don't mean end of generations. I wouldn't say they're dead. They're very much alive. I wouldn't say they're dead. I hate it's just that they're doing something totally different than what we're used to. I don't think they're dead. Like I said, Microsoft is playing a long game. And if it happens to work the way that they're planning to work, Sony's going to do the same thing. Sony's going to follow right after them. Nintendo's going to be the last to follow because they always try to do their own thing. Because I hate when there's an anime that's good but never gets finished with the story. I hate that, man. I seriously, I truly do. You will own nothing and be happy. Said no, not physical media. Yeah, I'm sure most people that buy it don't go to a physical store and only order them online. I still go to a physical store. I still like to go to the store and pick up things because I hate online. Like if I can go to the store and get in my car and just drive a few minutes to go get the item right then and there, I'm going to the store. I'd rather not order online because I have to wait for my order. And then you have the potential delays, which always happens. That's why I don't pre-order. I do not pre-order on Amazon because like I tried it because people keep saying, man, stop going to GameStop. Start pre-ordering online. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pre-order on Amazon or something like that. Listen to motherfuckers. I started listening to motherfuckers, did it. And when I started pre-ordering games, I was not getting my game on that date. I end up getting it a couple days later to almost a week later because of delays and all kinds of dumb shit when I could have just walked with the GameStop and just picked up the damn game. Yo, what's up, Ron? What's going on? Let's campaign with champagne, man. Anytime. The depth of me, it hurts. I do prefer digital, but I grew up with physical. Plus, if I don't own what I paid for, then I'm perfectly ready to sail the seven seas. Yes, tomorrow's video that I'm uploading is about how can Microsoft or the Xbox strengthen their relationship with Japanese brands, like with a Japanese third party. Listen. My brother's playing Marvel Rivals. My brothers are losing their mind from Marvel Rivals. Yeah, well, my voice hasn't recovered yet. Someone said on Discord that Toy no longer has fighting game division. Don't know if it's true. I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. It was the best. Yo, what's up? What's up? Even after buying Street Fighter 6 digitally, it took 48 hours to install. It made me. Well, they're men. Let them go argue. They're not. They're not, sis. Hate digital way. Yeah, he playing healer. Moolah, is there a place I can message you proudly? I need to make sure you have the right address for the pledge. You can go to my X. X. You can DM me on X. You got Twitter? And easily gotta get over their fear of attractive women. Also, bro is losing. Yeah, it's Keo and Strike. They going back and forth, and they're homies. They all on the same team together. Yeah. This I'll post my X. If you guys haven't followed me on X, you can follow me on X. So, what are your thoughts on Marvel Rivals season 1? Hawkeye's getting nerfed sadly. Look, nerf that motherfucker. I mean, even everybody's now. He's just that good. Season 1, they said it's going to be their biggest season. They wanted to do it because that wasn't the plan. It had 4 characters, I think 3 stages. They wanted to make the first season jam packed, but they said don't expect every season to be like that. We supposed to DM you the address? No. You're not supposed to DM me. No. When is I'm gonna go through all that, but what's going to happen is after the campaign is over, Kickstarter has their own tools for to handle orders. After the campaign is done, they Kickstarter supplies me with a thing called a survey tool. So once it's over, I'm going to send you guys a survey tool. The survey tool is when it asks for your email address, your home address, and all those things. It asks for all that information. And then if you order a shirt or if you pick the tier where you can select items, yes, the survey will ask you, okay, you and this tier that you pick or this add-on that you pick that's a shirt or sweatpants, it's going to ask you what size you want and stuff like that. It's going to ask you that. Or if you pick the tier where you can choose either of the 4 covers plus a mug or whatever it is. So if you pick that tier, it's going to ask you, okay, what cover you want. So yeah, that's why I said even after you make your order or you back the campaign, it's not over yet. Once the campaign reaches goal and it's over, you have to still wait for me to send out those surveys. And then I think Kickstarter gives everybody a week to fill it out, and then it takes a week for your your debit card or your credit card information to process. So if it doesn't process, your order is canceled. If it doesn't process, you get your money back and it's canceled. So you gotta make sure you gotta make sure that your debit card or your credit card information is correct and stuff like that. We're gonna talk about all that. Yeah, like I said, them dudes get Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals, them dudes get into it. Like him and them, there, my brothers and their homies, they all on the same team together. Them dudes get into it. That would have Marvel Rivals had it moving. All right, so yeah, first before we start, as always, what we always do here, Striking Keo Tees, my brothers, Striking Keo have their own t-shirt company where, of course, we're stationed in Philadelphia. We have our own steam press machines, and we make our own custom t-shirt designs. We can put designs on hoodies, sweatpants, halter tops, swimsuits, shirts, leggings, everything. Like everything. Wallets, mouse pads, nylon tote bags, mini handbags, and everything like that. So you can definitely come here. All our designs are original design or designs made by us. We're graphic designers. So you won't be able to find these exact designs anywhere else but our website, which I'll post the website in the chat. And we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about everything about the Kickstarter, and we'll talk about some gaming stuff. And I still want to talk about the changes that's coming to my channel as well. Mugen Lord and Mugen TV is going to have a store too, sometime this year, where you can get Mugen TV merchandise too. You've seen the Mugen TV shirts that I had. You've seen the Mugen TV hoodie that I had, the sweatpants that I had. You'll be able to get a lot of that stuff yourself if you want to be part of the Mugen TV family. And of course, Venus Orion Comics later on this year is going to have a merchandise store as well, for you guys to be able to get items and stuff like that to support the Venus Orion Comics universe and everything. Let me see. Hold up one second. I ordered food, so gotta make sure that my food, I don't miss the food at the doorstep for me and my daughter. All right, cool. So yes, Striking Keo Tees, definitely go check them out. Their response is very, very quick and responsive, and they can get your order to you right away, especially depending on your design and stuff like that you have. The faster you are with your response and the design that you want, they can definitely get it done. And if you live locally in like around the Philadelphia area and everything as well, you can even pick up the order. Instead of us shipping it, you can actually come to the studio and pick it up. Or if you live really, really close by, we'll just drive it to you. So you can be able to meet either me or meet all three of us, if possible, and stuff like that. So yes, Striking Keo Tees. And of course, my newsletter, Venus Orion Comics newsletter. I suggest that you guys every time check it out. It costs you nothing. It's free. You just pop your name. I put the email, I put the address, the link to it so you can get here. And I always suggest that you guys do this because it lets you know behind the scenes of what's going on. You will get the information and knowledge of Venus Orion Comics before anybody else, before it goes to my social media platforms, or even if I decide to make a video about it. You guys will be in the know before everybody else. And a lot of you guys even benefited from getting the early bird tier, was because you guys are part of the newsletter. And it was sent out right away. So a lot of you guys who got the newsletter from your email, you was able to click on that shit and y'all went right there instead of getting the early bird tier for the comic book on my Kickstarter. So that's the benefit of it. And plus, you get free wallpapers at times. I put free wallpapers, and I like the fact that you guys showed off your desktop and even your cell phone wallpaper screens to show that you guys have really, really dig the wallpapers that I gave you guys. So it's a perk to it. It is free. It costs you nothing. And pretty much newsletters, there'll be a maximum of 3 newsletters. I'm not going to spam you guys with stuff. If there's something to tell you guys, there will be a newsletter. But most time for the past couple months, it was like it'll be one newsletter that went out and everything like that. So don't worry about me clogging up your emails with a bunch of newsletters. You don't have to worry about that. You'll probably get 1 or maximum of 3, depending on how stacked I am with information that I want to give you guys. Especially if you're a backer, you definitely get a lot of newsletters, especially if you're a backer. It's because I'm going to be very transparent with you guys to let you guys know that your items are coming, that I'm working on fulfilling the items and stuff like that. So you're definitely going to you'll see an increase in that when the time comes. And of course, at the bottom is all the links that you can follow Venus Orion Comics and everything. So let me go back to the questions real quick before we move on to the next part. Hey Mugen, congratulations on making it halfway through the Kickstarter goal. Thanks, Raku. Really, really appreciate it. congrats halfway with your Kickstarter. Yes, man. I'm loving it. Your guys showed so much love, and I appreciate it. So I spread some word of your comic business at my area shopping mall and on Discord. I appreciate it, Landon. Definitely appreciate it. If you release a wallpaper of Melissa Batelli, I'll place it on my laptop's wallpaper. Yeah, man. That's what I said. Get on the newsletter because there will also be some spicy waifus wallpapers eventually of my female characters for you guys to also enjoy. And plus, I know I'm going to have a female audience, so I will also have some stuff for the ladies as well and stuff. So that's why it's important. Like your comics, yes, dude. It sounds like your comics are going to do pretty well. I'm cheering for you. Thanks, man. Thanks, Legendary. I really appreciate it. And it's still not counting. I'm stacked. I'm stacked with podcasts that I'm going to be promoting. So I'm halfway there, and it's not counting any other promotion that's that haven't been done yet with all the other platforms that I'm going to be making an appearance on. So that's a blessing. He said, any buttons or keychains of the Venus Orion Comics logo? Yes, there is a keychain. Well, I would say that there's a I'll show you in a second. We'll get to that in a second. That's a good question. That is a good question. I'll show you that stuff. I'll show you some stuff in a second. So we're gonna move on to the Kickstarter. You guys, we had 2,500. We had $2,500 so far, and the goal is 4,000. And as I said before in the Kickstarter, that even though 4,000 is the goal, 4,000 is only enough for me to print the stuff off and give you to ship your items to you guys and stuff. But 4,000 is not going to be enough left over for me to put and reinvest in Venus Orion Comics, which means that if it just stops at 4,000 or whatever, it means that since there ain't going to really be much money left over, that means I'm going to have to pay money out my pocket once again to do chapter 2. And like I said before, chapter 2 is going to be a longer book, which means if we don't, go past $4,000, we don't make it past 4,000 or whatever, which means you're gonna be waiting a little bit longer for chapter 2 because I'm going to spend more money or like that, and I don't mind doing it. I really want to see Venus Orion Comics succeed, so I'm willing to put that money out there and everything. But we can get above. If we can get above 4,000, and to give for Venus Orion Comics to be to have some great momentum, 20,000 and above will make Venus Orion Comics really, really good. Meaning that I can actually take that money, reinvest it, and that money will be able to pay for the next books while able to save money and let that money pile on. So when campaign 2 come out for chapter 2 of VK, whatever money that's left over that, I can pile on top of that. And then as I keep piling, it'll take less stress off my wallet and off my pockets. I'm able to make more books and do more than one book and get those ready to have a stable, scheduled release, window for you guys to let you know, okay, this book is coming. This campaign for this book is going to be this date. This campaign for this book is going to be this date, etc., etc. So that's the plan. I want to be able to get to the point where I'm able to I'm talking about at the very least, my goal at least is try to drop 4 books a month. But that all depends on how successful these campaigns are. If I can better drop 4 books a month, not a month, I mean 4 books a year, and that's just I'm just saying that's the minimum, 4 books a year. If I'm able to do that, that'd be awesome. So that means out of those 4 books, there always will be a VK chapter. Well, like that, because VK is always going to be a chapter or 2 ahead of whatever other series that I put out there. So yeah, I add on the campaign. Yeah, so let's see. Yep. So yeah, so we're gonna go over some stuff. For starters, you guys, we'll scroll all the way to the bottom. We'll scroll all the way to the bottom for you guys, real quick. The early bird tiers for cover A is sold out. It's gone. That means there's no more early birds. There's no more $5 discounts because, as I said before, the base cover, which we'll put this here. The base cover for VK chapter 1 is $15, but if you got the early bird tier, you didn't get it for $15. Instead, you got it for $10 or whatever. So this is sold out. This is going. You can't get the early bird is going. You can still get the book. You just can't get the early bird, the $5 off or whatever. You can't get you can't get it for $10 no more. It's sold out. And then cover D was for the early bird tier. You can still get cover D, but you can't get the early bird tier because this sold out too. So instead of paying $30, you was paying $25 for this. You was paying $25 for this instead, or whatever. So yes, so cover A and D early bird discount is sold out. No more of these, or whatever. So the only early birds that's left, is cover C and cover B and C. These are the only early birds that's left. Remember, cover B is $20 at the normal price, but it's slashed down to $15 with the early bird. And cover C is $25, but with the early bird special, it slashes $5 off. It's $20. So you still have a chance to grab these two for the early birds if you're looking to grab these. So yes, we'll go through the tiers real quick. And especially those of you guys are interested in wanting to know everything and how this stuff works. So yes, if you just want to get the digital, as I said before, this is the digital tier. It's only $5. It's only $5 for digital if you just want digital. And the digital, first I wasn't going to do digital at first, but I decided to do digital because I realized I found out I got a huge international audience. I got people from Japan that back this. I got people from New Zealand, Czechoslovakia, whatever it's called, whatever that country is called. New Zealand, and the Netherlands, and a couple other places. So I got a lot of international people, and international shipping is expensive. So I didn't want to miss out on that market. That's why I decided to go digital. And I know there's some indie comic people that don't want to do digital because of the whole piracy thing and stuff. And that's what I was afraid of. That's why I was afraid of. But once I started realizing that I had some international people, I had to go digital just in case you guys don't want to do physical because of the international shipping or whatever like that. You guys can get digital. Now, for those of you guys who got the physical, you also get digital with it for free. You get digital for free if you get the physical. Digital comes with it automatically. So just to let you guys know. Also, as I said before, each individual cover has its own tier and stuff. There's signed versions. There's a signed tier for the site. The signed tier is $5 up. So if you want cover A and you want the signed version, cover A is initially $15, but if you want the signed copy, cover A will be $20. So it's just $5 up from the original price for the signed versions. And it makes me happy to see that you guys went out and grabbed the signed versions and everything, which I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, I love you guys and everything. And as I said before, man, a lot of you guys love cover D. Like a lot of you guys keep saying how much you love cover C, but you guys are coming in with cover D. I really love that, guys. I really appreciate that. Okay, now we have the merchandise tier that I wanted to talk about, which is called the custom mix tier. And before we even continue, let me go check this out. You'll get there and beyond. Spread the word, everyone. Get moving, Lord. It's cool. I sent it. Okay, gotcha. I'll check it out after the stream is over. Yo, Mugen, did you see the Nvidia RTX 50 price? Wasn't that shit like in the $2,000 or maybe $3,000? I'm not sure how long consoles will last. We're gonna talk about that. I think I know what you're talking about. You're doing it big, my boy. Keep pushing. Thanks. Also, bro, I nearly stayed up the entire time waiting for the campaign to start. Jumped on that early bird tier like a panther. Oh man, I love to hear that. So yeah, bro, people are out here about to go insane, but I'm only going to wait for benchmarks. Yeah, man, these graphic cards getting powerful, and a lot of these PCs can't even keep up with it. A lot of these flying people's PCs. The output is ridiculous and stuff. I would say just wait on those cards. Like some people still can't afford like the 40 series. Some people can't afford it, and they already at 50 and stuff. They're moving so fast. Let's see where we at. I think the check really, yeah. Let's see. So cover D got the fully coolie style. Hey, Mugen Lord, can you tell me if your lineup of phase one is the order you'll release them? Oh, I love that. Good question. Um, as I said before, when it comes to phase one, like I said, it's not like the MCU where you have to watch one film in order to understand or see something with the other film and stuff like that. So no, there's no set order in which I release them. What I mean by that is if I happen to end up hiring more artists, I will assign an artist to a series, which means that whichever artist that I'm working with, whichever artist happens to complete their series first or their chapter first, that's the one that's going to be released first. So each chapter or each series within this phase one doesn't rely on one another. These stories, they're in the same universe, but they don't rely on each other. They have their own self-contained story of where they're at in their locations and stuff. But as you read each of these books, you'll be able to know where they're taking place at and how these stories are going on parallel to one another. You'll see it through some of the lore building. You'll see it through some of like news reports and other things, and that's how you be like, oh, so this is going on while this is happening in VK or whatever like that. So you'll be able to know those, but you'll be able to see those things, but they're not heavily reliant. So that's why I can actually release them in any order I want. Good question, War Shark. Exactly, man. I'm doing the same thing, waiting for that gamer argument in the background was crazy. Yeah, they get passionate. They was losing their shit. So yes, all right. So over here, what we have another tier, $40 tier called the custom mix. The custom mix tier is a merchandise tier where you can choose 2 items. There's 6 items here, but you can choose 2 of them out of that tier. So you can pretty much choose either a mouse pad, a nylon tote bag, or a tumbler, a wallet, a t-shirt, and then you have keychains right here or whatever. And there's a total of 6 keychains, and you can choose 3 out of the 6 keychains to be part of your order and stuff. But as I said before, even though that if there's a tier that doesn't have the item that you want or has some of the items that you want, you have to also remember there's add-ons. So say for instance that I'm just give you a perfect example. Say for instance you wanted to get a comic book, a mug, and a t-shirt, but there's no tier that has that. Well, what you can essentially do is you can go grab your comic book from the comic tier, and then before you check out or whatever like that, the add-ons will show up, meaning that you can add a mug and you can add a t-shirt with your comic. So you can customize your order. So these tiers is not gospel. So if there's a tier, if there's items in this tier that just doesn't fit what you want, just pick up the book, and then before you check out, all you have to do is just add those individual items in your order. But let's see what we got here. Yo, what's up, Rocky? So guess whose birthday celebration this is? It's me. Oh, happy birthday, man. Yo, Lord, what events are you doing this year? Events as far as what? You gotta be more specific. What events? Oh, 1 second, guys. My food is here from me and my daughter. 1 second. Don't go nowhere, guys. Angela, come get your food. All right, I'm back, guys. Hold up. 1 second. I'm just gotta yeah. 1 second, guys. Getting this food.
it raining outside?
No, it's just sweaty.
Yeah. You need to get fired. Okay.
Well, you know, put plates in here for you.
Good job.
One sec. All right. All right. Let me grab my drink, guys. Hold up. All right, I'm back, guys. Had to get my food. All right, so grab this. Yeah, so if there's an item that you want and the tier doesn't have the item that you want, all you have to do just pick the book and then add the item to your order. That's all you gotta do. Digital media sucks, DLC sucks, physical release. So when is the comic and merchandise tier? So when is the comic and merchandise tier coming? Now, let me see. Let me go down. You also have a digital comic tier where you get a digital comic plus your choice of merch. You have that tier. You have another tier where you have a digital comic and a poster. And then you also have one right here where you have the comic, and then you can pick what keychains you want, a mug or a wallet. That's a tier to itself. It's called the Merch Starter Bundle A, which represents cover A. And then there is also VK apparel as well, where you could choose either you get a digital comic, and then you can choose either leggings, sweatpants, a hoodie, or a t-shirt. And then you have another tier called a comic and poster bundle, where you can get a comic. You can choose what cover you want, and you can get a poster with it. And of course, like I said, since it's physical, you get the digital comic with it for free. And then you have the other one where you have digital plus a poster, or digital plus a mug. You can choose either physical items and stuff. So there's a bunch of different tiers. Here you have the Merch Starter Bundle B, which you can get cover B alongside 3 keychains and a mug or a wallet. So when you make an order like this where it says "or," so when the survey goes out at the end of the campaign, when I send the survey out, it's going to ask you, which one do you want? Do you want the mug or do you want the wallet or whatever? That's how that works. And same thing for cover C, same thing for cover D. And then this tier right here, you can get both cover B and C alongside a shirt. For this tier, this is the apparel collector bundle. Now, if you're getting extra large, that's $7 extra because ordering large shirts is expensive. Big motherfuckers are expensive. So yes, if you want to get not an extra large, I mean a triple X, a double and a triple X. It's $7. It's $7 extra additional dollars if you want to get a double or triple X shirt. And then you have the Young Raph bundle, where you can get all of the Comic Cons. My bad. Oh, Comic Cons. Yes, I'm going to a Comic Con in King of Prussia, which is not too far from where I live, in Philly. That I'm going to that one in March. That's the first con, or is it March or next month? My brother got the schedule. That's my first con I'm going to. and we're trying to get into Too Many Games, which is in Philadelphia. That's one of the bigger cons. That's where a lot of YouTubers that shows up to these big YouTubers come to these cons. It's called Too Many Games. That's where I live in Philadelphia. So we just applied for it to try to get a booth there or whatever. So wish us the best of luck and see if we get in or whatever. But I think we got like 3 other cons. We got 3 other cons, but we're still looking for more cons for this year. But so far we got 4 under our belt so far for this year. Yes. So you get the Young Raft bundle where you get all the Young Raft stuff: the Young Raft shirt, tumbler, mug, keychain, tote bag, and also you get a mouse pad and stuff like that. Keo has one as well, and I'm gonna show you some videos of this stuff. And then you also have the other one where you get you can choose any of the 4 covers, and you can get 2 items from here, like a sweatpants, or you can mix it up however you want with this one. Yeah, King of Prussia. He said King of Prussia. Yeah, King of Prussia. And then, man, for you guys that back this tier, the $85 tier, which you get all 4 covers. So a lot of you guys, the 4 of you guys went out there and said, "Fuck it, I want all 4 covers." So I love it, love it, love it. And then we also have we also like an ultimate tier as well. You have the Venus and Orion Comics tier, which you get a digital comic and you get all the Venus and Orion Comics stuff, like the shirt, the mug, the hoodie, and the tote bag. You get that as well. And then you have this tier. Somebody bought this one. It's $120. You get all 4 covers and you get the poster of VK. Now, you know the size of the poster. To show you the size of the poster, the size of the poster is going to be this size that you see up here. That's how big the posters are. So you want to get that if you want posters and stuff like that. So I haven't I have to show you guys with it when the poster come in. I'll show you guys the poster so you can see it. He said, "Does it come with a hot lady?" And then we have the other one, all 4 covers and a shirt if you want that. And then you have the deluxe where you get all 4 covers, a hoodie, a mini arm bag, and you get all 6 keychains. And of course, you also get a tumbler as well. So yes, so these are the different tiers. Like I said, you don't have to get these tiers. And like I said, if you do want to get merchandise alongside your book, just pick one of the book tiers. And before you check out, just select the merchandise from the add-ons, and you can add that to your pre-order with the book. So you can do it that way too. So it's all up to you guys and everything. But I really appreciate it. We're getting close. Like I said, we got 2,500. We more than halfway there and everything. So I want to show you some other stuff for you guys. Hold up. Let me grab this. Oh, it's over here. And I'm gonna show y'all some other stuff, but let me put this up. No, I'd rather do that with the let me add this file for you guys. Add it in here. Videos. And then the Venus and Orion Comics channels. Go here. All right, cool. All right, so let's just show this. We're gonna show some of the merchandise so you guys can see it. Starting with the shirts and the leggings. All right, so that was the Venus and Orion Comics shirts and the VK shirts. So So yes, you can actually have that as an add-on with your comic if you want to. Now, let me move this. I want to also show you. Bring this up. Mm-mm. We'll also show you the. We can start with this first. And like I said, we'll show you. I'm gonna show you the all of the Keo stuff, like the merch that's related to Keo, just to show you. So yes, that's the Keo merchandise. No, this is I got some chicken and fries. Yeah, this is the Keo merchandise right here. And to show you some more stuff, just to show you the stuff, what the stuff looks like if you want to, if you're contemplating and wanting to get this stuff. All right, so this is the Young Rav merchandise. And that was the Young Rav merchandise. Oh, hey, what's up, Mom? So yeah, you can definitely go check that out. I have a bunch of more merchandise that I'll show later on and everything, but to show you what the merchandise look like if you're contemplating on getting it and everything. But as I said before, man, I really, really appreciate you guys, showing support, man. Like, you guys really, really came through. And we're about to hit that goal. We're getting close to hitting that $4,000 goal. And I really appreciate you guys, man. Like, you guys really, really showed out, man. You guys really, really did. And I appreciate that. Really, 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 really appreciate that. But as I was saying before, when it comes to my channel, we're gonna be doing some changes. I want to say changes. We'll be doing some additions, adding some new type of content that I want to do for the channel and everything. So what I plan on doing, man, I want to start doing anime reviews. That's what I really, really want to start doing. I want to start doing some anime reviews. I'll be also doing some indie comic reviews as well. For those of you guys who are interested and want to know the indie comics is out there. But most importantly, I'll be doing a lot more introduction and introducing you guys to a lot of indie games that are out there. Because I am a gaming channel, and my goal is to show the more positive side of gaming and show that there are other options out there. Excuse me. Besides with the mess that we're getting right now when it comes to AAA gaming, that there are options out there, and you don't have to settle for what the gaming industry today is giving us. So that's my whole goal this year, is to highlight a lot of indie projects and also play some indie projects and review some of them too, to give you my thoughts and opinions on them as well. So that's the stuff that I really want to introduce. And my first anime review is going to be Terminator Zero. So expect that coming pretty soon too. By the way, it's still crazy. Oh man, the way Neo Delphia works, and that's I like that question. We want to Actually, let me bring that up for a second. I like that question. Hold up. I gotta pull up. All right, let's see. Stream material, moving TV. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it that way, right? Okay, give me a second. I gotta pull it up that way. Let me pull this up. Share screen, application, application window. I thought I had that. Hold up. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. Hold on 1 second. That's a good question. I wish there was a better way to do this, man. Like that's the crappy part about it. Here we go. All right, cool. Yeah, I got it. No, I wasn't trying to. Come on, man. What the hell? Was not supposed to happen. All right, so yeah, this is a good question. So Neodelphia, the way the city is built, everything is built, everything is sectioned off into districts. And it's funny you said it. What you said about Kensington is funny because how can I put this without going to spoiler territory? All right. So as I said before, these neo cities are new versions of past cities. Back in the day, like I said, there was a civil war that happened 200 years ago that I mentioned before, between the Guardian faction and the Freedom State faction. So, like I told you before, so two factions are fighting against one another before this divide happens or whatever, the separation happens and everything. So, the three major cities, they were like the major battlegrounds that took place during the Civil War, was Philadelphia, New York City, and San Francisco. Those three cities got destroyed badly, just badly destroyed during this Civil War. Now, there was other places, wars taking places in other states and other cities and stuff like that. But these were the three major battlegrounds, and the Guardian side won. They beat the Freedom side. They beat them, kicked them out, whatever. Now, the thing is, after these cities got destroyed badly and stuff, this war had caused our country to split, and now you have the Freedom State government, and you have the Guardian State government, and this war took a toll on the economy and everything like that, and their government is like really hurting with money and stuff like that. So Neo Industries decided to come in. You can see Neo Industries billboard right here, if I can show it to you. Right here, you can see a Neo Industries billboard. The future we look forward to. That's their slogan and stuff like that. So what happened is Neo Industries come in because they are high tech industry, a corporation and stuff like that. They deal with technology. This is where Neo Suit Johnny comes from and stuff like that. So they come in and decided that they want to help rebuild these cities, and they pretty much brokered a deal with the Guardian State government. The Guardian State government agreed that they can have a partnership together, but in order if they want to have some type of control over, if Neo Industries can have some type of control over these cities, they also have to agree to a deal that they have to have with the Guardian State government, and that deal is when these cities are being rebuilt to brand new, they would have to have the Guardian system or the Guardian protocol built into the city. So other Guardian states don't have cities like Neodelphia and stuff. So there's more of an old school way of being able to track people Guardian scores and stuff like that, like with cell phones and other things like that. But with Neo cities, the system is just built into everything. Everywhere you go in the city and stuff, it's just built into it. So that was the agreement that they had. Now, unlike Neo San Fran, unlike Neo York City, Philadelphia is a different case. Now, what do I mean by a different case when it came to rebuilding these cities? Philadelphia is a different case because the family members of the people who fought on the Freedom side against the Guardian side didn't want to leave Philadelphia. They didn't want to leave, even though that their side lost. Now the Guardian state government is still recovering. They don't really have the funds. They don't really have the finance and stuff, and they don't want to they don't want to start a little mini war trying to get these people out of here and remove them or jail them and stuff like that. So these people refuse to leave Philadelphia. They refuse to leave as they was building before they begin the construction of Neodelphia. So what the Guardian state government told Neo Industries is, you guys can build this city, but you guys can't help these people. Instead, when you build Neodelphia, build around or build over these people. So what you see here of Neodelphia, it's on top. It's built on top of old Philadelphia, which is the Philadelphia that we all know. So the old Philadelphia is broken up. It's in ruins. It's pretty much ancient at this point. It's called Old Philadelphia. So Old Philadelphia exists. Old Philadelphia still exists, but it's underneath Neodelphia, which they call it the under district, or the people that live there call it the underbelly. It has its own economic system and stuff. It's very, very poor there. It's very dangerous there. And I don't want to spoil anything because VK is going to tie a lot of this stuff in what's going to happen with the what's going to happen within the under district and stuff like that as well. But yes, Neodelphia is built over top of old Philadelphia, and like Kensington and all these other type of places are pretty much long destroyed, but there's still remnants of them and of these different type of places of Philadelphia, of the old Philadelphia that's still around, but underneath Neodelphia itself. Now, Neo San Fran is another situation that's going bad. Neo San Fran is no longer underneath the Guardian protocol or the Guardian system's control because it has been overthrown by a rebellion group called the Rubicon Alliance. And the Rubicon Alliance is a group of youth who pretty much discover what old America used to be like, the freedoms and stuff. You got to understand, this is 200 years later. It's 2024, and the Civil War happened 200 years ago. The Second Civil War happened 200 years ago. So a lot of people don't know what America, this generation don't know what America used to be like. You know what I'm saying? So these people have grown up in the Guardian system. He said, he said you making like a love letter to Akira Mugen, Amari Soul. Oh, thanks, Matt. So he said Kids in the Dark Ruins expand with super faint fiends. Yes, so there's monsters that's underground. Like, it's gonna be a whole thing. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a reason why there's monsters underneath Neodelphia too, and what's causing these monsters, what's going on. So you'll find it out. But Neo San Fran is a different situation because the Rubicon Alliance is a group of youth. They're rebels, a rebel faction. They took the system over because they're tired. Because, like I said, the Guardian state is more like a surveillance state. You're plugged into the system. You're constantly being under surveillance. And like I said, their ancestors from 200 years ago were willing to give up their freedoms and liberties to be protected. Protected from what though? I can't spoil that because you want to wait for the Great Samaritan book and other books that's going to go deeper into the Civil War. That's going to talk about the Civil War, and there will be a Civil War book too. So to get more insight on that. But yes, so that's what caused that. But with Neo San Fran, the youth took it over. They want to be free from the Guardian protocol. And that's where Faith Tanaka comes into. That's where Faith Tanaka comes in, with the 8th Omni District. That's where she comes in with her team, which is the Omni Protocol. Let me see. Let me bring that up real quick, just to keep you guys up in there. And then I'm gonna answer questions again and look through the. Wrong button. Damn it! I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to bring the Photoshop up. Okay, so let me close. I'm trying to bring that up. There we go. Oh wow! I think it did bring it up. Okay, let's share screen, application. There we go. So yeah, this is where Faith Tanaka comes in her series, the Omni Protocol, 8th Omni District. She's an Omni Soldier, which is my version of a super soldier and stuff like that. So her team are going to be taxed to go down to Neo-Delphia and reclaim it and put the people back into the system. So the question is going to be asking: is her and her team the good guys or the bad guys? So that's the question I'm going to be asking. This is going to be more like a military / conspiracy / political type of book and stuff like that. So you want to get into the nuance of how the Guardian States work through this book and also the Great Samaritans book and everything. But yeah, it's Faye Tanaka and her team is going to be tasked to go down there and take Neo San Fran back. So they're going to battle against the Rubicon Alliance. So that's where our book is going to really dive into. Yeah, so like she's my favorite character. Caitlin Abby, as a developer, we need consoles, we need a baseline and someone to lead the way with innovation. We wouldn't have SSD cache loading become mainstream without the PS5 or their controller advancements. I agree. I agree. Is Neo-Delphia going to make fun of Philly like how GTA makes fun of California with San Andreas? The lore is wild and interesting. Oh yeah, we'll poke fun at certain things. Like I said, I live in Philadelphia, so we're gonna point at certain things. And plus there's gonna be other series. That's because another thing about Venus Orion Comics is not only going to be about action and stuff like that. There's gonna be so many other genres. I'm gonna have some slice of life stuff too, where it's gonna follow certain characters who are just citizens of these different places, and you'll be able to see the life of these people or students or teenagers or young adults and stuff like that. Those you guys who love slice of life type of storytelling and everything. So yes, there's going to be some slice of life genres and books and mini series as well. So you'll be able to see what life is like and how these people life is like in Guardian States and also Freedom States as well. Oh, thanks. And New York City is the main city. That's where Neo Industries main headquarters at, and Neo York City. I don't have those two cities made yet for my artists. We're gonna work on that this year. We're gonna work on New York City, and we're gonna work on Neo San Fran this year. So I'll be able to reveal how that city and stuff is gonna look. But that's where the main headquarters at for Neo Industries is going to be there. So I'm already digging the cyberpunk world building you got there. Any chance of you getting your comics sold on Amazon or something like that? Not sure, because I'm gonna have a website, and my website is where I'm gonna be selling my books. We'll see how that works. Thanks for that question. It's a good movie. Our city deserves some love and some pokes. Yeah, man. I love Philadelphia, man. Born and raised, native. It sounds like the Matrix, man. Justice League, RoboCop mixed into one. I'm from Neo Philly, young boy. Does Faith have a twin brother? No, she don't have a twin brother. As I said before, Faith Tanaka, she's biracial. She's half Japanese and she's half black. Her mom is black. Her father is Japanese. Her mom and father is from the Omni districts. Now there's 8 districts. That's why it's called the 8th Omni district. There's 8 of them. Each district handles different things. The 8th Omni district, these motherfuckers are like they're on the ground. They're boots on the ground. When there's domestic terrorism and all kinds of stuff, and they send the 8th Omni district, they send these motherfuckers in there. Faith Tanaka, her crew, whoever's part of the 8th Outer District, when the Guardian system want to enforce shit, they send them motherfuckers in there. They send Faith and them in there or whatever like that. Now, her mother is from District 2. District 2, they handle a lot of this cyber networks, cybersecurity and and surveillance and all those other type of stuff like that. So her father was from the 8th Omni District, and her mother was from the District 2. Now, just because her mom's from the District 2 and does the cybersecurity stuff, they're still trained professionals. They know how to handle firearms and stuff. They still got to do a lot of that training too. So her mom is no slouch. So they had to do that military training as well. They just don't go through the experiment, the Omni soldier experiment. They don't go through none of that stuff. But her mom is no joke. She can handle herself as well. And it's going to be fun how you're going to find out how her mom and dad got together and stuff. You're going to find that stuff out because her father died. He went on the mission with his team and they died or whatever. So, and they died. Her father died when she was young, and she's a daddy girl. So she wanted to follow her father's footsteps, and she went to the academy and everything. So, she can speak fluent Japanese too. Faith Tanaka. She can speak fluent Japanese. So she can speak English and Japanese. And since her father is going like that, her mom helps her. She always, help her brush up on her Japanese, make sure she knows it and stuff like that and everything. So she have her Japanese roots as well and everything. And plus, even her armor, even her gear is Japanese inspired as well. Is Tanaka's faction like Marvel's Shield, shady government soldiers who are probably the good guys? Oh no, third echelon is like Shield. Third echelon is what Varion is part of. Varion is part of third echelon, but the problem in VK is that Varion is sneaking because, like I said, his friend Dread Dealer had died because he stumbled upon something during an investigation that he wasn't supposed to discover, and somebody killed him. And Dread Dealer had left a dead man switch for Varion because he could only trust Varion. So that's what VK is unraveling: the death of Dread Dealer, Varion's friend, and also the death of the Drapen brothers' mentors, which is Lionel Washington and Rosalie Baxter. So you wanna find those things out and stuff, and their deaths is tied to some shit. Let's just say that, and it's going to get crazy. The rabbit hole is going to get crazy. But Varion works for third echelon, and when his friend died, he wasn't. They pulled him off the investigation. He's not allowed to investigate his death. So he's going off radar. Varion's going off radar to continue his friend Dread Dealer's work and what he was, and by encrypting the data that was left on the thumb drive, the flash drive that was left behind for him from Dread Dealer. So TechLock is helping decrypting everything and stuff like that to get this information because the information is all over the place. They have to put it all together and stuff like that. So he's going off radar. Varion is going off radar when it comes to all of this. Let me go. Let me bring this up 1 second. Share screen. So no, not share. Yeah, share screen. Let me bring this up. All right, cool. Let me bring this up. And okay, so yeah, so Varion is going off radar. He's going off radar, and third echelon doesn't know that he's continuing to do the investigation anyway. He's continuing to do an investigation anyway. So the reason why it's called Varion Keller's Vampire Killers is because he recruited the Drapen brothers to pretty much help him investigate his friend Dread Dealer's death or whatever like that, while being under the thumb of third echelon or whatever. Because there's some things that Varion can't do because third echelon is on his ass. So the Drapen brothers, both of their goals align. The Drapen brothers and Varion's goals align with one another. There's some overlap. This is why the Drapen brothers agreeing to do this, and also Varion is teaching them some combat skills and stuff and how to become a better vampire hunter as well. Let's see. Would you want your game to be 2D or 3D whenever you get to that? Good question. It's gonna be a mixture of both. I'm gonna have some 2D games and some 3D games as well. The Dusk Defender. I thought more of this game like a beat 'em up game, 4-player beat 'em up, 2D. So if I was to do a 2D game, that'd be one of the first Venus Orion games based off my Venus Orion Comics universe. The Dusk Defender. This would be like a 4-player and beat 'em up, brawler and stuff like that. So, definitely some a mixture of some 3D and some 2D for the property. But yes, So that's to give you an idea of government conspiracy and secret societies hype. Yeah. There's a lot of secret society stuff going on in VK. That's what I said. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit going on. It's a rabbit hole. And that's why I can't wait to dive into this. You guys dive into this story because you're going to find a lot of shit out. As the Draven brothers and Varian and the Retributes, because he's part of this group that he created. It's an underground group that's off radar called the Retributes. You will meet those other members. I'm going to reveal those members sometime this year as we get closer to chapter 2. For me revealing some of chapter 2, you're going to be introduced to the Retributes. VK should be like DMC game wise. Yeah. It's all kinds of things I can probably do. So I thought Ultra Squad X would be the beat 'em up. I don't know what Ultra Squad X would be. Like I said, I haven't thought about games yet, like for certain things yet. I haven't really thought about it. I'm an RPG guy, so some of my games might be action RPGs as well. What's up? What's up, Blaze? Yeah, but I haven't thought of anything. I like now that you mentioned Ultra Squad X, I haven't thought of it like what gameplay style would Ultra Squad X be. I haven't thought about that yet. It could be a beat 'em up. I'm not sure. I haven't thought about that for that property specifically. I haven't thought about that yet. So yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of conspiracy when it comes to VK, a whole lot of it. And there's a whole lot of shit as far as lore, as far as Varian is concerned. Now, the reason why he's wearing this, his code name is the Deadly Inhaler, the Shadow World. The Shadow World is pretty much like the dark world, or like the black market, or like the crime world, but it's more so related to the occult. So the Shadow World is more so related to vampires, folklore things, and stuff like that. A lot of the occult stuff and everything. So vampires are afraid of Varian. Varian is no joke. When they see Varian, vampires get the fuck out of there, or they hear legends of him. They call him the Deadly Inhaler. Now, why do they call him the Deadly Inhaler, and why is he wearing this mask over here? Well, he has a special ability. His special ability is he can inhale vampires' wave essence. So when you slay a vampire, and when they start to fizzle out, they start to phase out, like they start to evaporate. When they evaporate, their essence lingers around before it dissipates. Varian, this motherfucker, he can inhale it. So what happens when he inhale it? When he inhales it, it depends. It depends on the vampire. It depends on the ranking of the vampire. Not all vampires, but some vampires' essence that he inhale, he can get a temporary boost to his stats, like his strength, speed, endurance, or whatever. And then some vampires, the high-ranking vampires, like the full-blood vampires, if they have like a special ability, once he inhale their essence, he get their special ability. Now, there's a downside to this, and it's the reason why he wears the mask. When he inhales without the mask, he gets everything. He gets everything from the essence, including the memories of the vampire that he inhaled. So let me put it this way. Varian got a lot of shit going on with himself. Like, he can hear the thoughts, he can hear the screams, he can get nightmares. And these nightmares are thoughts and memories of the people that he absorbed. I'm not going to explain I'm not going to go into detail because it gets fucked up for Varian. Now, as long as he remembers that vampire that he absorbed, he can use their abilities. But if he can't remember anything, then he can't use their abilities. I'm going to just leave it at that. There's a lot to Varian. However, like, there's a lot to him. What the mask does is the mask that he wear, the inhaler mask, it pretty much like filter out some of the effects that he breathes in from the essence, so he don't get that full rush and the memories and all this other type of stuff, because it fucks with his head, it hurts his head and stuff like that. So that's what that does. So you don't get he don't really get the bad effects of it. It filters out a lot of that stuff. but but he don't get the full effect. So when Varian really wants to get down and dirty, he said, "Fuck it." He'll just take the shit off when he really wanted to get down and dirty. So yeah, so that's just give you a sense of his ability. That's just to give you a sense um of his abilities when it comes to that. So yeah, Varian Keller is nothing to joke around with. Adapt girl basically is rude. All right. So let me bring up. We'll bring up. And I'm not gonna stay on her for too long because I don't want to talk about Squad X too much yet. But I'll bring Adaptima up for a second. And I'm not gonna give you too much of her abilities and stuff. Um, and also you'll find out why, you'll find out the reason, even their outfits that they wear, even the outfits that they wear also gives you it has an origin to it, or why their outfits are designed this way. And you'll find out when you get to chapter 1, you're gonna find out why her costume is this way and stuff like that, which I won't spoil. Yeah, that also ties into her past and stuff like that. So Adaptima, she can be an OP character, but right now she's young. She don't understand how to fully tap into her aberrant abilities, which is to be adaptable. Now the thing is, for now, she can only adapt to 2 things at a time or whatever. So and there are different types of things that she can adapt to. She can, like, if she gets hit by energy or whatever like that, she can adapt to that or whatever. Now, anytime she adapts to something, she glows a color for a brief moment. So those colors that she will highlight will indicate what type of adaptation it is or whatever. And also when she highlights that color, it lets her team members know, okay, this is the current state that Adaptima is in, and they can build a strategy based around that and stuff. She has the ability of flight. She also has some super strength as well. She can pick up a car and stuff like that and everything. But she can only swap out what like I said, she can only adapt to 2 things at a time, 2 different types of adaptabilities at a time before she has to swap out, or she experiences an overload or whatever like that, and that can really fuck her up and stuff. But as she gets old, as she gets well adapted, and as she mature, that would increase a little bit. So that's also to balance her out, because adaptability can be a broken ability, and Adaptima, she's no joke. I think she's actually going to be a fan favorite. She's an outgoing girl. I would say a party girl. Let's just say she's a party girl. Oh, like that. You're gonna like her personality. You're gonna definitely love her personality. High spirited and everything. But her backstory is what I can't wait for you guys to discover, because I wrote her backstory, and I like it, and I can't wait for you guys to understand her character and stuff like that, and know more about her. So I think Vampire Killers would be more like Neo. Could be. Monsters gave him a hater nickname, like the going back to you, Demon. Varian Suck Souls, like in Soul Rare. He's pretty cool. Yeah, Varian, but it's a drawback, man, and the drawback is not good at all, man. So you want to like, when you explore Varian, man, like you're gonna love him and hate him because of his personality. Like, some people can see him Varian as very cold. You know what I'm saying? And he disregards people. Feelings and stuff like that at times, and he can be pretty selfish. You know, like, he wants what he wants and stuff like that. Which, that's why, like I said before, Young Raph and Varian, they're going to clash a lot in certain cases and scenarios and stuff like that, or whatever. And that's what kicks off. This is what kicks off chapter 1. Chapter 1 is because of him not getting along with Varian, and he's doing his own thing. And him doing his own thing is going to get a lot of people in trouble. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, so a trendy girl. I guess I don't know what that trendy girl is, but yeah, she's the outgoing. So yeah, Adaptima. Adaptable, yeah, she's an outgoing girl, party girl, very fun to be around and everything like that. And she can kick your ass. She can kick your ass. So yeah, she's a very valuable asset to Ultra Squad X, the team. And let's go to Isaiah Draven real quick. No, not Isaiah. Yeah, let's go to Isaiah Draven real quick for you guys. Bring that up. In chapter 2, you say he absorbs memories from souls he eats. He has centuries of baggage that would probably lead to shitty personality. I like that analysis. Yeah, so yeah, Isaiah Draven. His, like I said, his alias is Keo. This is a vampire. This is his Slayer name is Keo. So this him, the middle brother, Keo, like he's the out of all three of the brothers, Keo is the wisecrack. He cracks jokes, even though he looks serious. Because let me put it this way: when Keo gets serious, you know you fucked up. Let me put it that way. When Isaiah Draven, when he has to get serious, then you know you fucked up. Don't let him get serious. Because when he gets serious, he gets serious. Now, chapter 2 is going to give you a actual breakdown, a bit of a breakdown of Keo and his abilities. I would say this: when it comes to Keo, look at his arm bracers. His arm bracers is he has to wear these arm bracers because unlike his other brothers, Keo's wave force actually hurts him. The more he powers up, the more his wave pressure actually crushes. It tightens his muscles. His muscles squeeze his bones, and he can break his bones. It's more so his serotonin output. Like his serotonin output when he charges up and he powers his wave force and stuff, it's unbalanced. It gets erratic. It goes out of control. And most of the problem comes from his arms, like that. So at times when he doesn't have the arm bracers, before he has the arm bracers, he always tends to break his arms or break the muscles in his arms. No, break the bones in his arms, or he tears his muscles. And like I said, they're gifted. So Keo, Strike, and Young Raph and Varian, they have some abnormal healing. They heal faster than normal humans or whatever. So even though he can break his arm, he can recover. His arm can recover in about like 2 hours or so or whatever like that. But it causes him a lot of pain. So every time his wave force, his wave pressure, when it gets out of control, when it comes to his emotions and stuff. So because when Keo hits hard, he can pretty much level a truck if he puts a lot of pressure. If he gets out of control with his wave pressure or whatever like that. He's like when it comes to sheer raw power, Keo is strong, but it causes him to break his bones and stuff like that. Yeah, he has nunchucks he has blades on it. The nunchucks is blades, like when he slays vampires and stuff like that. Or it also so you don't have to rely on his sheer strength because what the arm bracers do, Tetlock made it for him. The arm bracers pretty much anytime his wave pressure or his wave flow wave force get out of control, it readjusts it. It stabilizes it. It stabilizes Keo wave force and wave pressure and stuff like that. It stabilizes it, so he won't break. So his muscles won't tear, and the bones in his arms won't get crushed and stuff like that. His own wave pressure can hurt him or whatever like that. And so it's seen as a birth defect. We don't know why. You're going to find out throughout the story of Keo's arc. You're going to find out why he's the way he is. He don't understand why he's born this way, but as of right now, it's classified as a birth defect right now with Keo. But Keo, you're gonna get a lot of laughs. He cracks a lot of jokes and stuff like that, and everything. And oftentimes, young Raph tries to like tell him, especially Strike, his little brother Strike, them two interact more with each other a lot. You will see those two a lot more together, a lot, or whatever like that. So Strike always tries to stay on him when he gets a little too, like funny and stuff like that. So have Keo voice the character. Yo, what's up, Cassie? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. So can they use different weapons or they're married to the weapons they have? Good question. I can't spoil anything, but young Rav himself, he has another sword. I can't show you. He has another. Let me put it this way. Let me bring up young Rav. This is actually fun. Actually, this is actually fun. I'm glad you asked that question. I'm gonna bring that up about young Rav for a second. This was during the process when we was when my artist was drawing this, and we end up and I end up thinking about it, I said, no, this is a perfect idea. I won't show the weapon. I won't show you the weapon because I don't want to spoil that. All right. So this the name of the sword that young Raph have is called the Redeemer. This is the Redeemer. Now, to let you guys know, this picture right here on the left was designed first before this picture. This version of young Raph was designed 2 years ago. That's why if you notice his ears is more pointy here because of lore. He's look at his eyes too. Look at his eyes. His eyes is grayed out as well, and he has pointy ears. There's a reason for that. He's different from both his brothers, and you're going to get into that when you get into the story of VK. But this picture was made 2 years ago. This picture was made in the summer. This picture was made in the summer of 2024 of last year. So this is the more recent update version of young Rav or whatever. But what you see here is the Redeemer. But this picture is his true weapon. This is not the same weapon. What you see here is not the same weapon. This is not the same weapon. Right here. It's not the same weapon at all. This is a different sword. So you can probably like I'll leave it to you guys to speculate what kind of sword it is or whatever like that, or the size of the sword and stuff like that. I'll leave that to you for you. But these are two different weapons. That's why the hilt is different. Everything is different. This is not the same. These are not the same weapons. This is the Redeemer that he has right now. He's not wearing it. He's not using the sword. There's a reason why he's not using this sword. You're gonna find out in the story or whatever. Now, one of young Rav's special abilities that's unique to him, he has the ability to insert or transfer his wave essence to any to an object, because there's some weapons and there's some objects that are designed, that are made as conductors of wave force or wave or wave essence and stuff like that. That's or whatever. So what happens is young Rav has an ability where he can transfer some of his wave force into an object or his wave essence. Once that wave essence is transferred, or part of his wave essence transferred to that object become one with him. Now, give you a perfect example. Say, for instance, there's a weapon that's weigh 1,000 pounds. Now, to the average person, 1,000 pounds is heavy as fuck. You can't, like, the average person can't lift up. Oh, yeah, hold up. So just woke up and he says 2.5K is a good start. Yeah, definitely a good start. We only a day in. Only a day in. So say, for instance, there's a weapon that's 1,000 pounds. To the average person, there's no way in the world. It's not even that weapon is not even practical. A weapon that's 1,000 pounds and stuff like that. But if this weapon is 1,000 pounds and it's made of a particular material that's a good conductor of wave essence or whatever like that, young Rav can essentially pick up that weapon, transfer some of his wave essence to it. That weapon now become an extension of him. So that weapon no longer weighs 1,000 pounds. He can just lift it up like it's paperweight or whatever. So there's some cool things he can do with that ability. That's one of his abilities, not all of his abilities. But you'll be able to just to put that out there so you can understand how these brothers are quite different from one another. Let's see. It's a little strange. I'm in Texas. Why the hell is it so cold now? So yeah, so that's just to give you an idea, a bit of young Raph and one of his abilities and everything. All three brothers, they also possess critical arts since they're known as gifted. They're high conscience, or they're classified as high conscience. They have critical arts and cognitive arts. So does Varian himself when it comes to that. We got snow coming. Well, it snowed here already in Philly. It snowed. School was closed for my daughter yesterday. All schools were closed here and everything. Also, let me see. Damn, what the hell happened? Yeah, I got disconnected. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? I don't know what the hell happened. I just got disconnected out of nowhere. All right, so there's something else. Oh yeah, okay. Damn, I gotta bring all this stuff back up again. All right, hold on. Give me a second. I bring all this stuff back up. Hold up, guys. Damn. Yeah, it just shut off for some reason. I don't know why that happened. All right, and then let me gotta bring this back. Damn, man. All right, so bring this back. Videos. Was it Venus Orion Comics? All right, let's bring that back. Where is it? Okay, and then another one. Bring that back up. Damn. All right, cool. All right. So first, we're gonna do this. Let you guys who haven't checked it out yet check it out for VK.
Hey, Wrath. I was able to pinpoint Jasmine Mitchell's location.
Remember the pain and remember the suffering.
What do you mean they're coming after me? I don't get it. How did they find out?
Everyone around you will pay the ultimate price.
I think someone just walked into my apartment.
Jasmine, get the hell out of there right now.
What are you?
Damn it, kid, I'm on my way.
High-grade silver nitrate bullets. Something your kind doesn't take lightly. Well, am I right, vampire?
What is going
Kid,
on
did
here?
you forget? The party was canceled to avoid a potential police raid. Your friend should already know that.
No fucking way. Is he even human?
You're doing?
Jasmine, step away from the window right now!
Damn it! Looks like the police are headed in your direction.
No! Wait! Jasmine!
Only then will you become the man I remember. Hezekiah Trippin.
Yeah. So 1 second. That's good. No, the object has to be made of I don't want to spoil anything because that's why I can't name what this material is, or what this resource is. The object has to be made made from this particular resource or material that is a great conductor of wave essence or wave force. Only those type of objects, and he can be able to transfer. He can be able to transfer his wave essence to it. And once he transfer it to it, or whatever like that, it becomes an extension of him. So that, like the example that I gave you, if there's a weapon that's 1,000 pounds, it's a strong weapon, but it's 1,000 pounds and no one can lift it. And if that weapon is made of this particular resource or material that I'm talking about, he can transfer his a part of his wave essence to it, and now it's an extension of him. And now it's like a butter knife to him as far as the weight. It's not 1,000 pounds to him. So don't spoil it. Not trying to, yeah. That's all golden things. Yeah. So yes. So that was a sneak peek from that trailer of chapter 1. Chapter 1, like I said before, is going to focus on I'll bring it up real quick. Perfect. Oops. All right, let me grab this. All right, bring that up. I wish they need a better way of doing this. I hate this. All right, cool. All right, perfect. Yes. So chapter 1 is going to focus around her, Jasmine Mitchell. You've seen her in the trailer and everything, and you're going to understand how important she is, not only to this arc, but also to VK itself and the rabbit hole that the Draven brothers and Varian and the Retributes are going to go down. And even Detective Bertelli, she's going to be the linchpin, or I guess you can say she's going to be the one that's going to make everybody meet one another. Everybody's going to align with one another because of Jasmine. I can't spoil any of that stuff, but yes, chapter 1 focuses on Jasmine. Young Raph is looking for her. Jasmine Mitchell, he's on his way. Techlock had pinpoint her location, and now he's on his way there because she may be tied to a vampire that Young Raph is looking for, and she only she knows, or he thinks he knows where he's located since he's been in hiding on the vampire that he's trying to kill. So yes, so pretty much is what's going to happen once Young Raph runs into Jasmine, and you'll find out in chapter 1. And then who is Nolan Brett? Well, she has Jasmine Mitchell and Nolan Brett also has some ties with one another, which I won't spoil. You want to discover what his ties is to Jasmine and how does he fit into the overall narrative, especially to Arc 1 and beyond in VK. And I hope you guys love this character too. Like Nolan Brett. Let me put it this way. Jasmine and Nolan were only supposed to be throwaway characters at first. They was only supposed to be throwaway characters because remember, I wrote various different versions of chapter 1 as far as scripts are concerned. I wrote 8 different versions. So the 6 versions of these, Jasmine and Nolan Brett, they were throwaway characters. They were in the story, but they was only serve a minimum purpose, and then that was it, right? So what changed my mind was, and what made me really go back and craft my story even more, is when I had my artists. When I have my artists begin drawing Jasmine and Nolan Brett, that's what changed my mind, because my artist kind of reminds me of Grand Blue Fantasy artists. What do I mean by that? Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, the thing that frustrates me about Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is the fact is that every character in Grand Blue Fantasy Relink look badass. Everybody looks like a main character. Like there's no side characters designs with any of those characters. Any character in Grand Blue can have their own game. Everybody design is badass in Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I like all the character design. It's hard to choose. It's to the point where some of the character designs is outshining Grant himself, and the game is named after him. You know? So so what happened is when she began drawing Jasmine and when she drew Jasmine, I was like, shit. I said, damn, like I didn't expect you to draw her like this. I said, I like her design and stuff. And I said, no, I can't have this character be like almost like an NPC throwaway character. I can't have this character do this. I can't have her be that kind of character after she designed her. And I started coming up with all these different personalities for her. And as I started writing her more and writing her backstory, I said she can't be a throwaway character. And then the next character was Nolan Brett. Yeah. He said all this wave until remind me of Tales game, a game series for some reason. I love the Tales series. He said poor Jasmine is the target of a wild goose chase. I feel like Nolan's going to be hating life all through VK. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Grandy Luke, that's the gotcha. Yeah, so then my artist drew Nolan Brett. Nolan Brett was supposed to have an insignificant part in the story. He was just supposed to be a character that's going to push the story forward, but that was it for his character. You know what I'm saying? He was another throwaway character. But then she designed the character. I made a little bit of his backstory first. I gave her like how I wanted to look, his age, and everything like that. And this woman wanted to work on the character. The next day, she showed me the next day she showed me the rough draft. I said, man, it's coming out really good. And once she got the line art in there and I was able to see everything connect together, oh my God. I said, no, I can't even have his design. He can't be a throwaway character. He can't be. Yeah, when she did that, when she drew Nolan Brett, I said he can't be a throwaway character. So now I said, okay, I have to go back into the script. I have to rewrite Nolan Brett, rewrite him. I have to rewrite him. I have to do a whole different backstory for this character. I have to do a whole different backstory for this character and tie it and make him a side character now. Make Jasmine and Nolan Brett side characters in VK because of how she designed the character. And it also helped me as a writer. It helped me because, like I said, I'm new to this. I'm a new writer. I'm new to all this. So it also helped me as a writer to like, damn, when you get situations like this, it changed your overall plan for things and stuff like that. And it actually helped me out, flesh out the story even more or whatever like that. So yes, Nolan Brett, he's a side character now. Jasmine is a side character now. They were essentially supposed to be throwaway characters. But until she started drawing them and colored them in and everything, added the lighting and shading to the characters, they became a whole totally different character. My whole perception of these characters. I said, damn girl. I said, damn woman. I can't make I can't make them throwaway characters no more. You drew them too damn good. And she started laughing and everything. She drew them too damn good. So I love it when video games, especially, make almost every single character in the game, including NPCs, like they were main characters. That massive selling point reminds me of Mass Effect. Yeah, it fucked me up. I said I can't just throw these characters away. So many main characters and side characters, almost no throwaway characters. So yeah, these two characters are essential to the story, especially Jasmine. Jasmine is the thing that's going to bring a lot of these characters together because everything overlaps with one another. Let me go bring up the other one. Let's see. All right, so of course, as I said before, and before we get into that, let's get back to, matter of fact, let me bring this back up first. Go back to tab. Oh, that's why. Bring this browser back up. All right, just gotta remind everybody again, if they haven't yet, to check out my Kickstarter if you're interested in pre-ordering a copy of VK. No matter, it doesn't matter what It doesn't matter what cover you pick. Go at it. I can't wait to see which covers that you guys enjoy the most. Definitely hear some feedback on that. And also, if you guys, let me put in the chat too. If you guys, I'm gonna answer questions in a second, guys. Put the link in the comments in the chat so you guys can go to it. Yes. And also, if you are a person that wants to support what I'm doing, but you're not into comics, but you want to support what I'm doing, if you scroll down, there is a donation where you can still make a pledge anyway. You can just donate. You can donate. I don't care how much you donate. You can donate whatever your heart says. You can donate. So if you want to support me, but you just don't read comics, because not everybody's a comic reader, and that's understandable and stuff, but you just want to support what I'm doing, you can still come to this Kickstarter and you can pledge any amount that you want without getting a book or without getting any of the merchandise. You can just send money if you want. And it doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter. Any amount just adds towards the goal and stuff like that. So just to remind you of that, to go check that out. But yes, let me go back to what I was talking about to share. Oh yeah, go back to bring that back up. So yes, Detective Bertelli, as I said before, Jasmine it ties everything together. Jasmine is going to be the reason why she's going to eventually end up bumping into Hezekiah Draven, aka Young Wrath, and then eventually everybody else. So Jasmine's responsible for all that. So let me see. That kind of anyone could be a main character. It's another series design is what I love about Pokemon. My Hero Academia and Log Horizon. Oh yeah, I gotta get back to Log Horizon. I haven't seen that in a long time. I never finished it. Side question: Why do you think that these characters were throwaway in the first place? Well, the thing was it was because the story said so. Because there's I'm trying to do this without, because Nolan Brett was going to die. Let me put it this way: Nolan Brett was going to die. He was a character that was tied to something, and Varian and the Draven brothers run into him, and it leads to other things. And then Nolan Brett was going to die. He was a throwaway character. Like he had very little story to him, but he was to drive the story forward in certain cases and stuff like that. That's what he was designed for, or whatever. Same thing with Jasmine. Jasmine was also a throwaway character too, as well. Jasmine was a throwaway character, but she was the setup for events to happen in a certain way, or like that, to spark certain things. So that was the whole thing. What I mean by like throwaway characters. Let's see. I get it, but I can't read. She can't come soon enough. Said I like the OP for Log Horizon database. Yeah, so Detective Bertelli, she's in chapter 2. Like I said, chapter 2 is gonna be a pretty beefy book, probably like 42, maybe 52 pages. She makes her introduction along with her partner, Detective Danvers. Then the reason why I haven't shown all of Detective Danvers is because I'm getting him. He's being remade. Because I made Detective Danvers 2 years ago, and now since I gave Detective Bertelli a new design, he has to get a new design too. He's getting an overhaul. Now I won't show off his old design until his new design come out. Then I'll show off his old design. So that's why you haven't seen Detective Danvers yet. But Detective Danvers is our partner. They work on cases together in Neodelphia. And then Commissioner Campbell's, I can't show you guys Commissioner where they get their missions from and stuff like that. Can't show you him either because he has to get I have to pretty much essentially redo him a bit as well. I wouldn't say redo, but there's some additional things I'm doing to him as well. So you can't see the Commissioner either. But yes, Detective Bertelli is an important side character. She's essential to the story as well. As I said before, if you guys are new to this channel or just new to this whole VK experience and stuff, Detective Bertelli is the April O'Neil to the Draven brothers, who are essentially like the Ninja Turtles. She's like April O'Neil in a sense, or whatever, when she meets the Draven brothers and everything. So you want to get like that inspiration from Ninja Turtles when she come in contact with the Draven brothers. But she's going to meet Hezekiah first before she meet the other brothers or whatever. And this character has a shit ton of backstory, which I can't wait to explore with you guys as well. Like, she's one of the characters I took a lot of time with, spent a lot of time with, because she's like one of my earlier characters. She went through like four or five designs, if I can remember. I gotta check my Bertelli folder. All my characters had their own folder with all their designs and stuff. But this is our final design or whatever. So she's like the poster girl for VK. Yeah, so you'll get that. You'll see that inspiration. So she's gonna be like the April O'Neil to the Draven brothers, who are like the Ninja Turtles in a sense, if you get it or whatever like that. So the interactions, said the Shredder. I wonder who's the Master Splinter and who's Oroku Sasaki. And that's I like that stuff. I like that y'all be able to pick that stuff up. I don't want to spoil too much or give too many hints, because I want you all to be able to come up with these theories. I want you to be able to come up with these speculations, what you think, who fits certain type of molds or archetypes and stuff like that from my inspirations and everything. I want to leave that to you guys. But she's definitely an important character, definitely essential. And she's going to be alongside the Draven brothers and the Retributes as well. So you're going to see a whole lot of Bertelli, because she has a whole arc. There's a lot of things that's going on. Like I said, Jasmine is the thing that's going to bring everything, have both factions or both sides come together and intersect at some point or whatever like that. And of course, Landon is a big fan of Jake Pierce. Jake Pierce, I gotta like I said, I did Jake Pierce. I had him drawn up. I had Jake Pierce drawn up about 5 years ago. So I gotta update Jake Pierce. We didn't update him yet. So there's no new drawing of him. So I can't show him until I show a new version of him, and then I can show you the old version of him or whatever like that. But yes, she's tied to Jake Pierce as well, which is another character in my universe. He's like my Punisher or whatever. But she's tied to him and linked to him and everything. And the Jake Pierce comic book won't come out until Bertelli talks to Hezekiah Draven and mentions her friend Jake Pierce. Once she mentions her friend Jake Pierce, and we get a little bit of information about him, that's when his comic come out, which his comic takes place before VK. So you'll find out what happened to Jake Pierce, or did something happen to him. You want to find out or whatever. So you know, tell me, man, I can figure out how they are. Bertelli gives me Major Jill Valentine vibe, OG Jill, not the Girl Boss remake. Yes, she's also a daddy girl too, because her dad was murdered. He was he was on the police force in Neodelphia as well, and he was a high-ranking officer, and he was killed by the mob, essentially, or whatever. So how can I put it? I don't want to spoil it too much, but there may be a chance that she's going to get a spin-off book too, which takes place before VK. So Jake Pierce will get a book, and then Bertelli would probably get a book at some point. So you'll get some backstory on her and everything that may spark some future events with certain characters from that book for future events later on or whatever. So so yeah. Also, she knows that she's good with her. She knows some hand-to-hand combat. She's good. She knows some mixed martial arts, a little bit of mixed martial arts and some grappling, especially when she's fighting men twice her size. Some submission holds and stuff like that. to try, to try to hold them in place, and a lot of maneuvering, dipping and dodging it and stuff like that, since she's lighter and everything like that. So she's not an OP character, and you want to grow with this character because the reader is going to see a lot through Bertelli's eyes, how the reader is going to view Varian and the Draven brothers, Neo-Delphia, and many other things as well. So that's exactly what you're going to get from Detective Bertelli. So something else I wanted to show real quick. Let me go pull this up real quick. First, let me put this back on. All right. So let me turn this down. I'm gonna show this where you got some hard ass backstories, poor girls. Yeah. Like I said, like when I design my characters, the way they dress, the way they look this way for a reason. I have reasons behind why they look the way they look, the clothes that they wear, and stuff like that. There's reasons. There's symbology behind it as well. And you hit it on the nose. There's gonna be quite a few of my female characters, especially some of the ones that I showed you before, has some fucked up tragic backstories and stuff like that, and everything. Which drives them and which motivates them, and why they behave the way they behave. And you're gonna really love Detective Bertelli, man. She has a lot of layers to her. She has a lot of inner conflicts that she's still haven't addressed, especially when it comes to the events that took place in her spinoff or her potential spinoff, and also the things that took place in Jake Pierce. So when you see her in VK, she already experienced the Jake Pierce events, and she already experienced her potential spinoff things before. And so she already experienced those things. So in VK, she's well experienced, and she's carrying that baggage from those things. So why are they all so male gazed? Well, I like what I like. I like what I like, man. I like what I like, man. I grew up with this stuff, with these type of characters and the way they're designed and everything like that. But you're going to like these characters, especially the female characters. They're not only just attractive, beautiful, hot and stuff like that. These female characters will have something for you to be able to enjoy, and they're going to have a lot of layers to them and stuff like that. So how dare you? Don't you know they need to look mad? Yeah. So that's the thing with that. But let's go to this real quick, and then we can discuss something. There we go. So that was pretty much, like I said, to introduce you to the Venus Orion Comics universe, and also show some characters you may have never seen before, as well as you guys. I'll leave that to you guys to speculate who they are, because I won't spoil those characters yet, because I'm not ready to talk about those characters yet. But I did trickle in some characters that y'all haven't seen before, so to leave you guys to speculate who they could possibly be. But the super lady with the afro is the hottest. Oh, Princess Adax. Yeah, that's my dad's character that he designed back in the 80s. And I bought her. I pretty much had my artist update her and everything. He said Sentai Man is top 5, my top 5 anticipated character. Yeah, dope. Yeah, so as I promised before, we talked about Zone, which is another series that I'm working on. I don't know when it's going to release, but I am working on it. and I promised you that I was going to reveal who is the person behind this character right here, which I'm about to bring up. All right, let me add this in here. All right, here we go. I promised you guys that I was going to tell you, or I was going to reveal who's the person behind the character Rupture. We talked about this before. Zone, which is a comic book series that I am anticipating. As I told you before, in my universe, I got so many different classifications of people that's in my universe. And I told you before, we got aberrants. We got humans. We got aberrants. We have high conscience humans. We got defiants, which I won't spoil who they are just yet until a little bit later. Maybe this year, I may give you some details on who they are. We got worlders. Outworlders are people from, they're not from planet Earth. They're from another solar system, another dimension, another galaxies, et cetera, et cetera. And they make Earth their home. So in a sense, Lazarus and Princess Adex, they're outworlders, and they're on Earth. As you seen in the trailer, they were saying strangers of Earth, make it their new home. You know what I'm saying? So give you a sense. And then you got zoners. And I told you before, zoners are different classifications of humans. These people are affected by a thing called a zone. And what this zone does is it affects people's wave essence. Certain people's wave essence is sensitive to it. Now, scientists haven't figured out or cracked the code of why certain people's wave essence are sensitive to these zones. People resonate with it. Once they step into the zone, some people either gain powers or they do a whole complete transformation, which you see Rupture here. This person who transforms into Rupture looks like this when they step into a zone. Now, there's different types of zones in this series. He said, fuck zoners, scrub. And people are afraid of them. Just like people are afraid of aberrants, people are afraid of zoners. Now, there's different types of zones. That's why in the news, just like you have weather forecasters, you have zone forecasters. Because how some zones are created is when there's a high friction or erratic chaos particles in an area. Once they start creating friction, they get erratic and out of control. A zone, a radius is created. Now, only the zone forecasters can only pick up on zoned hotspots. Now, zone hotspots are certain or fixed locations where zones will always pop up when the chaos particles go out of control. Now, once the zone appears, people whose wave essence are sensitive towards it will either gain powers as long as they're in the zone, or they have a complete transformation. He said a zone constantly in Chicago. Oh shit. But yeah, so there was something else I wanted to mention, because let me bring up my notes real quick for you guys that I wanted to so I won't forget it, because I got, dude, like my lore Bible is just so much to this. All right, so let me bring this up. Let me open this folder. All right. Yeah, so zone is an acronym. Zone stands for Zero Origin Nexus Emergence, because these zones when these zones pop up, when zones pop up, right? There's different types of zones. You got primary zone. Oh, yeah, primary zoners, secondary zoners. You have outliers, and then you also have these special zones where if a zone, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example. When you have these random zones that pops up, these zones also will spawn these creatures within these zones. Now, the government had created a zone task force. These are metahumans that go through this experiment. And what they do is they send these people, the zone task force, and they drop them off. They drop them into the zone to take out these creatures. Now there's pretty much an overlord, like a creature. I'm calling it an overlord for now. But you have a creature, you have a zoner who's an overlord, that this creature or whatever like that. Once these task force eliminate that overlord, the zone goes away, and so does the creatures within the zone. Now, you have all kinds of different zones. You have environmental zones, meaning that, say for instance, if a zone appears in a forest, the creatures within that zone may end up becoming a tailored to a forest. So they may be plant-like, etc., etc. If it's in like a snowy location, then those creatures within those zones will take on attributes from ice and snow, etc., etc. If you get where I'm going with this pattern and stuff like that. And then of course, the hotspot zones that pops up in these fixed locations, they don't spawn creatures or whatever like that. These zones pop up for a certain period of time, and as the chaos particles begin to stop, becoming erratic and stuff, they eventually go away and stuff and everything. So I wanted to call him Riptide for some reason. Yeah, Rupture is his name. So to show you guys, as I promised, I'm gonna bring it up for you guys, because I did promise you guys what I was going to do once the launch happened. So let me go to this folder, bring it to, where is it? Was it this folder? I think it was this folder. Yeah, here we go. All right, so here we go. Let me bring this up for you guys. Bam, bring this up. Share screen, click. All right, so here is the person that turns into Rupture. He's a teenage boy, 15 years old. His name is Tevin McGinnis. And he is the one that's behind Rupture. He's the one that transforms into Rupture. Now, the thing is, as I said before, the Zone Task Force, they're racist against zoners. They don't like zoners. But a crucial member of the Zone Task Force, which the comic book surround that, Tevin McGinnis himself is the main character alongside the team members of the Zone Task Force. And what happened is the zones are getting more and more crazy. They're spawning the creatures are getting stronger and stronger, and they're constantly they're spawning more consistent, more than ever before. And they got to find out what's causing this and everything. And now these creatures within these zones are becoming even more stronger, to the point that even the task force is having a problem with them. So the Zone Task Force came up with an idea, say, yo, what if we have a zoner? We have to recruit a zoner on our team, a zoner that we can control, and a powerful zoner that can be able to help us find out what's causing these zones to appear, and why are these creatures are evolving and stuff. So Tevin McGinnis is recruited. They discover him. The government agency discovered him, and now they force him onto the team. And the team doesn't like it, because because Tevin is replacing a crucial member who died during a mission, and they love this guy, and he passed away. He died and everything during this massacre that took place or whatever. And Tevin McGinnis, this young teenager, is replacing them. And as I said before, the task force don't like zoners, and here it is. They're pretty much putting a zoner on their team. So I can't wait for you guys to be able to discover and find out a lot about Rupture and Tevin McGinnis himself, because there's a lot to this character and a lot to him that I can't wait for you guys to discover. And I can't wait till you meet the Zone Task Force members. You're going to love the team members, and you're going to love their designs as well. He's little boy zoner. So yes, that's Tevin McGinnis. He transforms into Rupture. Aaron Yeager, wimpy little guy who becomes one of the monsters to fight fire with fire. Yes, like Rupture is strong as fuck. Let's just say, and also he has some great abilities, because remember, it's still wave. Remember, I have the wave force mechanic. That's what changes a lot of things around. So he's not just powerful, super strength, and brute. Now, Rupture's abilities is based on it's based on Tevin McGinnis' anxiety. It's based on his self-esteem. So the more anxiety he has, the less control he has over Rupture. The more confident he is, he has more control over Rupture, and it changes his abilities too. It changes his abilities and may even change his color too, depending on what state that he's in. His emotional state and stuff like that. So what if he has a bit of anxiety and a bit of control? What does that do to Rupture? So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to the character. So what's up, Duncan? So all right, bring this up. Share screen. Back to this. Bring this up. Close that. And I'll bring her up. Here we go. And of course, one of my cosmic characters, Princess, my dad's character, Princess Adex. And I'm happy that you guys love my dad's characters. As I said before, my dad was drawing comics and stuff like that back in the 80s. So I wanted to keep that 80s feel, that 80s aesthetic, and not like try to modernize her too much and stuff like that. And as I said before, she's from planet Solaris. She's a Solarian, Princess Adex. And as I said before, when she gets to Earth, she makes Earth her home. And as she started going to like museums and getting data on her on like the past America, she loved the old American vision, the old American dreams. That's why she wears the colors of the American flag and stuff like that to be a symbol of those ideas and everything. She loves the old American, the old way of America and stuff like that. And people love her. She's like a superhero to a lot of people. People love her. People love her, and that's why the government doesn't really fuck with her. And she actually works alongside the government at times, or whatever like that, because she actually helps America. Like she loves it. She loves this country because like that she crash landed here, so it became her home and everything. There's a lot to this character too. She saw a human comic book and was like, Said, you boys having fun in the background. I like Rupture already. Mixing his emotion could turn him into a nuclear level threat. Her name is Adex. Yeah, Adex is Adex. Adex. Yeah, Adex. Yeah, mom. Yeah, mom, remember. Yep. So yeah, I can't wait till you guys get a chance to know this character, get to know this character. You will see her appear like as a cameo, like she won't affect the story, but you want to see her like probably like a news report or something like that within phase 1. You'll probably see you'll probably see some parts of her or whatever like that she's around and everything. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I love her hair. I definitely love her hair and everything. There's gonna be 2 versions, and she's gonna have 2 hairstyles every once in a while. But this is her default hairstyle. This is always going to be her main hairstyle, but she will have it straight every once in a while. But it's going to be a story reason why. It's an uppercut in the kaiju. Yeah, but it's going to be a story reason why she straightens her hair and stuff like that at times or whatever. But this is her default hairstyle. She'll always have this hairstyle or whatever. Even with some of my other characters, like Hezekiah, sometimes he'll have his hair in a ponytail. Some characters will have different hairstyles every once in a while, so you get a chance to see that. Because even Detective Bertelli, I have another version of her where her hair is in a ponytail. So there's 2 different versions, depending on the story parts where their hairstyle will change. And also, characters will get new costumes or new outfits over time. So these aren't these. This won't happen. This won't stay this way forever. Now, the suit that she's wearing is Solarian technology. It's nanotechnology. So the nanites that's tied to her, or whatever like that, and her power, it can make any suit that she wants or whatever. Make anything that she wants as far as her attire is or whatever. But she loves. Yeah, it definitely is fun, and it also shows the growth of the characters as well. So yes, Hezekiah will get a new outfit at some point. Keo, Strike, Varion, a lot of everybody. Like nanites. Yeah, so the nanites, but the suit fucks up when she's hurt, when she's damaged real bad or whatever like that. That's when the nanites fuck up. Her outfit fucks up and stuff or whatever. If she gets hurt really, really bad. And like I said, I won't spoil anything because you're gonna love her introduction and you're gonna love her interaction with her childhood friend Lazarus as well. Where I bring up let me bring this. There's so much stuff here. Let me I didn't even put them in a folder. Damn it! Hold up. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't even put them in a folder. I forget that. All right, let me go 1 second. All right, so they must be winning. My brothers must be winning now in Marvel Rivals. Here we go. All right, cool. All right. All right, here we go. And her childhood friend is Lazarus. This is my dad's first character. He's a Ignis he's an Ignis sentinel. That's they like the high ranking Solarian soldier. He's a soldier from planet Solaris. And this is also Adex, Princess Adex's childhood friend. And I can't wait. And his suit is nanites as well. I can't wait till you guys get an introduction to Planet Solaris. Really, really can't wait for you guys to get an introduction to Planet Solaris. Definitely. You're going to get a chance to understand the culture, their history, and everything, how their society works, the hierarchy, and everything like that. But yes, him, and he's older than Adex. He's older than Adex by I think 4 or 5 years. I believe I can remember. These are my dad's characters. I'm trying to remember. But wait until you see how they ended up on Earth. Now in the comic, because the comic follows Lazarus, but Adex is in it. She's the supporting character. To say this, the book, majority of the book is going to start on the planet or whatever, on planet Solaris and all the events, so you get a chance to understand how Solaris is and stuff. And then by the end of the first chapter is when he lands on Earth, and and the chapter is going to end right there when he gets to Earth or whatever. But it's going to be crazy how he gets there. Let's put it. I want to leave it at like that. It's going to be crazy how Adex and Lazarus gets to Earth. It's going to be fucking crazy. It's going to be fucking nuts. And because it's not a simple, oh, we just flew here. No, it's crazy. He said probably back in the day, he must have been pissed when The Incredibles first released. No, not really. Yeah, but yeah, so all of our characters, my characters, my dad characters, everybody's going to get an upgrade in outfits and everything over time to show the evolution of the character. The characters are maturing and everything like that. And then of course, can't forget. Let me bring this up. Can't forget this character, which a lot of you guys like. Of course, we have Mighty Girl. Like I said, the Valorian series is going to be coming in phase 2. So you won't see Mighty Girl in full on action until we get to phase 2, but you may see her, you know, like in cameos within phase 1. You may see her like, in cameos, like I said before. So there's gonna be ways I'm gonna be able to interject characters. They won't interact with the story itself, but you'll be able to see these characters make their appearance, see these characters, through the world, world building aspects. You'll see these characters and everything like that before they make their debut in their own books and stuff. But yeah, she's a supporting character of Adam Bryce, who's the Valorian and everything. But yes, the planet that she from sits in between planet Solaris and planet Valora. And the Solarians and the Valorians constantly rival each other and constantly bickering and fighting with one another. And they always caught in the middle of this. But her people has been colonized by the Valorians. And her outfit is a cross between her people's culture and Valorian culture because of the colonization and stuff like that. And her people have this ability called might. That's why she's called Mighty Girl. But this might ability is not just strength. Like I said, I got the wave force mechanics and stuff, and I won't spoil her abilities, but might does more than just strength. So I can't wait for you guys to be able to see what I do with this character and how her abilities work with wave force and might itself or whatever. Nice. I feel like she would come to Earth and immediate buyout Amazon. yeah, man. Like Julie Patterson, which is her Earth name. I won't spoil what her real name, what her native name is, or Adam Bryce's native name. I'll save that as we get closer and stuff like that. I'll save a lot of those stuff. But yes, she comes to Earth at the age of 5 when she comes to Earth. Adam Bryce gets there before her. Adam Bryce, who's the Valorian, who's the main character is, he gets to Earth as an infant, or I would say like a few months old. He gets to planet Earth, and the Bryce family finds him and takes him in. But I can't wait to get into her backstory. You'll find out about her backstory and everything like that. And it's these characters, especially the Valorian and Mighty Girl, man, their story, like with these characters, is more so them trying to fit in. You know what I'm saying? They look like they're Earthlings. They look human, but they're from a totally different planet and stuff. And it's them trying to fit in. And plus, the government is trying to register and classify these outworlders and stuff. And so she has to. Adam Bryce up into he was 18. And Julie, in the current story in 2024, she's 20 years old, but she doesn't get discovered by the government until she was around like 13 or 15 or whatever like that. But her parents had to make her conceal her powers and her identity and stuff, so the government wouldn't come after them. But an incident happened, and it's gonna be cool how I'm gonna tell this backstory in the comics. But an incident happens where it left her no choice but to reveal her powers and her abilities and stuff like that, which then the government ends up tracking her and stuff. But it ends up turning into something positive more than anything, because the government wanted to put together a team called the Divergent Alliance, which is a team full of different classifications of people, like aberrant, a zoner, or maybe a metahuman, or a high conscious individual, or whatever, all in one team. And the government had made a deal with her parents and say, hey, if you allow us to take her, we'll promise to make sure you guys are well paid, well protected, make sure you're relocated, well paid off. You can come visit your daughter anytime you want, but we want her to be part of this program. We want her to work for us. And this team is put together to fight against other metahumans that threaten society or threaten the government and stuff like that. And if she complies with this, she will eventually get Earth citizenship. Like, she kind of bad, not gonna lie. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's she's a beauty, man. She's definitely a beauty. She's one of my favorite characters. A lot of you guys speaking love this character. Or they from, or they just get from another side of the galaxy. They're from another side of the galaxy. They're not from another dimension. They're from another side of the galaxy. Far, 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 far away. Then of course, let's show my boy. Let me bring him up so you guys can see him. Okay, and then this character right here, who the series is about. Here, show you guys. Here you go. Adam Bryce, the Valorian. Yes, yes. I can't wait till you guys get a chance to meet this character. And there's a lot to this character. As I said before, Mighty Girl and her people has been oppressed by the Valorians. Now the thing is, Adam Bryce doesn't know much about his people because something happens to planet Valora. An invasion happened on planet Valora, which the king of Valora and the queen had to send him and his siblings, his sister and his older sister and older brother, to send them off to a distant, like how can I say it, a secure planet. Only the royal family knows, and certain people within the royal family knows. So anything ever happens, and they need to continue on the Valorian race and stuff like that, they send the royal family off to this distant planet or like that to secure them and stuff. So on their way out, they got attacked, and then they got separated, and he ends up going getting sucked into this wave hole and pulls him in, and that's how he gets shot off into planet to our side of the galaxy and go to planet Earth. Even from the where is that spoiler? I'm gonna leave that alone. You'll see. I'm gonna explain more about it. I don't want to get too deep into it. But yes. So you can only imagine what happens when Mighty Girl sees Adam Bryce, the Valorian, when she sees his outfit, because he's wearing a Valorian royal outfit or whatever. But when he start doing superhero stuff and he's out there, he's gonna run into the Divergent Alliance. And when she sees him, when Adam sees her, he look like, man, she's beautiful and stuff. He's looking at her because their eyes gonna lock with one another because he's saving people, they're saving people. And then she wanders away from the team because she was saving another group of people, and she sees Adam Bryce. He's holding up a building, holding the building up, trying to get the people out and stuff. And like you want them. I'll answer that in a second. And when they lock eyes, he looks at her and he's admiring her beauty and stuff, and she's looking at him, and she gets nothing but flashbacks of what the Valorians had done to her people, and she's looking like, what the fuck is a Valorian doing here, you know? And rage kicks in, and while he's sitting there, he's looking at her, and she's flying towards him, and he's like, oh, what the heck? It's like, oh wow, she's coming over here. What's going like? And soon as she go over there, she punches him through a building, like boom, and he goes through a building. Damn, like he gets punched through a building, comes out the other side, he hits a car, he smashes into a car and stuff like that. And he's looking like, yo, what the hell is going on? And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. And her teammates like Mighty Girl, what the hell is going on? What gotten into her? What's wrong? And they don't know what's going on. And she's full of rage, and she's going to start fighting him. And he looking like, why is she attacking me? Like, what did I do to her? And she had PTSD. Yeah, so how do you get your artists to get the characters like you want them? Do you provide conceptual art? Do you specify their outfit and details? All right, so this is what I do. That he looks like he needs a cape. Yeah. What do I do? All right. Well, essentially, there's a few things that I do. One way of things I do if when I want her to be super creative, because the thing is, what I would do is I will find conceptual art or inspiration, and then she goes off of that inspiration. But the thing about that is that limits her because she tries to stay within the framework of that inspiration that I'm looking for, or what like that. The how I get the best out of her is what I do is I tell her I give her a bit of their backstory. If what helps the artist a lot is when you tell them their personality, how they respond to situations, and how they respond to others, and give them their backstory. That's enough right there. And an artist can go off with just that alone, and she's free to do whatever she wants when that happens. When I tell her, and I tell her what the inspiration is, and then I add my personality, backstory, and stuff. And then what she does is she whip it together, and she don't get it like a lot of times she get it done in one take, and then other times like we do a couple of different roughs before we decide on one or whatever like that, which is really really cool. So we decide on a couple of roughs. She'll do this. She'll come up like, okay, how you like this? Okay, let's change this. Or how about I said, all right, let's add that. Or sometimes I ask her, what do you think about this? And then she says, well, how about we do this instead? So I allow her to give input on my characters. I'm not like some people who are like really really like dead set or stubborn on certain things. Me, because that's the type of relationship me and her have. So when I do have ideas and stuff, I allow her to weigh her opinion and give me some feedback or whatever. And when I notice she doesn't like an idea I have, she always do the emoji, which means she really not feeling that idea or whatever like that. And that's what keeps me in check. I think that's why we work so well together. And even when she has an idea or when she draws something, I tell her, nah, I'm not really feeling this part. Let's go with this. But anytime I know that she doesn't like a certain idea that I do have, she always make a certain emoji. And that's how I know, okay, she's not feeling this or whatever like that. How about we go tweak it this way or whatever like that. But that's how I go through the process of it. When it comes to that, to the designs and stuff of my characters. Let me see. What's we got? Yeah, but there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot of characters, a whole lot of stuff, man. With this, but let me go bring back up this again one last time, or whatever. Present. Bring this up. As I said before, if you guys are interested in supporting Venus Orion Comics, do not forget to copy, put the link. Do not forget to click on the link in the chat. Also, if you guys are interested in becoming a member of if you're interested in becoming a member of the Discord as well, I will also share that if you're interested. I'll put that in the link. So check that out. I'll put that in the description. So if you guys want to join the Discord, definitely join it. And everything. Yes, emojis is key to communication. Definitely is. But that essentially wraps up the stream for tonight, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Will there be an option for digital downloads only? Digital downloads, what do you mean for only? You talking about for the comic? Yeah, there's a tier for digital comic only. Right here. It's the first tier that pops up, if that's what you're referring to. Yeah. There's a digital. If you want the digital, it's $5. Digital only. If you just want digital, if you only want digital, it's right here. It's the very first one right here. Digital only. That's it. Digital only. It's right there. You can just click on that one. But yeah, that's essentially it, guys. You guys have a good night, and I'll be streaming again Saturday, I believe Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure because I'm going to be on a podcast on Friday or whatever. So there won't be no stream on Friday. So I'm be a guest on another podcast on Friday, but there will probably be a stream on Saturday. Cause I'm not sure if I have another podcast on Saturday or not. But if I don't, it'll probably most likely be on Saturday. And yes, good night, everybody. Good night, everyone. Good night, Mom. And I'll be seeing you Game Fiends later. Of course. Peace out.